Good evening, everyone. I'm sorry it's a bit late in the day, but here is the tag template on Tuesday. Today we're doing tag times 2, and you'll see why when we create it. So I've got a little sketch together. So the main tag base here is tag 1. We've got a second tag in the middle, and these overlapping pieces here that we're going to use as a pocket to tuck in tag number 2. So that's today's template. I believe we are on template 16 today. Just to let you know, these aren't my ideas. I got them from another YouTuber, and I just thought they'd be really good to share with the group. So I'm just going to go ahead and start making today's tag using tag template tag times 2, and we'll see what we end up. I did record this yesterday. There was an equipment malfunction. I forgot to press the record button, so I've had to wait this late in the day for my craft room to cool down because it's been incredibly hot. So let's just get straight to it and I'll stop waffling. So for my base, I've just got an old bit of, it's a spare page out of an old journal that got a little bit dog-eared. So I'm just going to make a base tag from this. I think I'm going to have this one. Ooh, let's have a look. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to have it quite large. This one's 9 centimetres if anyone's interested in the size. The width of it. Let's just cut that off there. I want it quite big so that you can see it on camera, and it will fit in with the idea that I've got. So there's my base tag. I'll just turn it into a tag shape. So how's everybody been? Thank you to Vicky for doing last week's video. I was away on holiday, so that was really nice of you to step in. I've had to hit the ground running since I've been back. So I've also been a little bit busy and only got home on Saturday. Oh, I see, I don't like that. That's because it's such a large tag, so let's do a bit more chopping, Anne-Marie. How is everyone coping with the heat wave? It's stifling here. The cats are melting. I'm a melting. Right, that's better. Right, so that's that bit done. Now, if you wanted to, you could decorate this, but because we're just gonna, I'm gonna crack on and get this done today, I'm not going to decorate it. So I'm gonna get tag number 2 ready, which needs to be smaller than your base tag. And I've got this, I don't know if you can see the detail on that at all, but it's a piece of braille and it just feels lovely, and I thought it would just make a gorgeous tag to look at, really. So I'm just going to make a tag. I don't want it that wide. I'm going to do this one at about 6 centimetres. And I want it shorter. Don't want that bit on there. That's it there. There we go. Right, so I'm going to use that as my second tag. Get this bit ready. Tag. I've been hoarding this bit for over a year. I believe Crystal might have given it to me when we were on the retreat, not last year, but the year before, the craft retreat. And I just thought that would look really nice. Just there like that. So I don't want to take away the detail from the braille. You know, it looks nice and it feels nice. I like the texture. So I'm just going to go ahead and put my hole at the top there. Try not to rip it, Anne-Marie. That's quite cool. Oh, see, now I don't like that so plain, I don't think. No, I don't. Right, let's do a bit of stenciling. Yes, I'm changing my mind again. You know how I like to faff, but I will try to faff quickly. Is faff a word? I don't know. Let's put a bit of stenciling on it. So did anybody go to Sue's chat and craft along on the first Tuesday of every month? If you've forgotten, remember that does happen on the first Tuesday of every month, and you would always find a Zoom link on our Facebook group, Obsessed and Distressed Junk Journalers. Obviously I was away so I couldn't make it. Now I like that. That's a little bit better. Right. What are we thinking? Do we like that? I quite like that. So I'm bringing this just back into the picture. So this is tag 1. This is tag 2. And now I need to put something across it to hold tag 2 into place. So I've just picked out a few bits. And I'm going to make like... It's not a pocket because the tag will poke through at the bottom. It's almost like a belly band, I suppose. Yeah, it is. It's like a belly band. I just need to decide how I'm going to place the bits that I pulled out. You know, they don't need to be symmetrical. They don't need to be linear. You could use all straight pieces. So, for instance, I could do that and then the tag would stay in behind when I've stuck these down to the edges. So, you know, this is quite linear because it's all straight. Or you could bring in something with some shape. I found that and I quite liked it. It's a little sort of pretend wax, coloured wax seal. Can you see that okay? I don't know if I'm in shot. I hope I am. So that's what I'm going to use. So I'm just going to go ahead. I have to trim that one a little bit. I'm going to stick that down first. Now I'm going to use some double-sided tape for this. Just for quickness. Oh, pokey tool. Where's my pokey tool? No, oh, there's one. that, bring that back in, because I want to decide about there, I think. So I'm going to stick that there like that. I want it above. Oh, I quite like it above, actually. Yeah, I'm going to have that there. So if I had more time this evening, I would have glued this down. But I wanted to get this up because I know some of you like doing the tags on Tuesday. Actually, on Tuesday. Right. So this almost becomes a little bit of an interaction before you do anything to it, because it'll lift up. But I'm going to go ahead. Are you in shot? Yes, you are. And I'm going to ink around that. I know I've not inked around anything else, but I really don't like this white edge. I'm just going to ink around that. And then I'm going to stick it there. Right, glue stick. This type of thing would work great, you know, with patterned paper, bits of scrap. It's almost like a two-for, isn't it? A 2-for-1. So there we go. Quick. Quite simple. I am in shot. And then what you could do is, I'm going to get my journal that I'm still working on. It's my March Madness. Find a page. Oh, there. So what you could do is you could use it as a floating tag. You could obviously get a nice paper clip, so you could use it as a floating tag like that and just attach it to a journal page. That would then give you space to journal on the back. If this wasn't Braille, I suppose you could write on it. It would be a bit difficult. You could also journal on the back of that. Or you could actually use it as a tuck spot, and you could stick along the bottom and the side and use it as a tuck spot. So there you have it. Template, I believe to be number, what number did I say? Number 16. Tag times 2. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll pop all the links in the description. You know, give us a like, give us a share, come over and have some fun in Obsessed and Distressed Junk Journaling. And please keep an eye out, because we've got a 2-week special coming up very, very soon. Cheers, bye.